Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're back at it today. Obviously from my face you can tell I'm very tired. Just woke up and we're getting our steps in, and it's a bit cooler outside. So I have my shirt on. You know, it's very sunny still. I could probably try and attempt to fix my tan a little bit with no shirt on, but you know, it's like 75 degrees outside, which I guess is not exactly cool, but it's been floating like low 90s to mid 90s here for a while now. So 75 feels pretty nice by comparison. And there's a nice breeze going on. So if I chose not to put my shirt on, it would be a lot harder to start sweating. And it's actually pretty interesting right now. This just goes to show you, you know, sometimes things are correlated, not causal. So I'm actually not sweating very much at all yet because it's cooler outside. Yet my heart rate, according to my watch, is in the exact range it would be on any other hotter day where I'd be sweating a lot. So it goes to show you that the amount you sweat is not necessarily causing you to lose to burn calories, to lose weight. Because if that were the case, then I'd be wasting my time right now, and I could do something like go sit in a steam room or a sauna and start sweating profusely that way. And in theory, that would increase fat loss. I think mostly what it's doing, obviously, is just dehydrating you. But sometimes it can be good to sweat a lot. Maybe you're holding a lot of water subcutaneously right under your skin. That's what that means. And maybe you need to just get a good sweat in so you could lose it. I could see situations like that, you know, finding it beneficial. Like, actually, when I used to fight, a pretty abnormal training method I was implementing was I would go to LA Fitness and there'd be a sauna there. So at the end of my workout, after cardio and everything, I would just go sit in the sauna and try and breathe normally for as long as possible. And I would continue doing this over and over every day for a long period of time. And eventually it became very hard for me to start sweating. And I even felt like my body temperature, at least my perception of it, it was rising slower after doing that daily for an extended period of time. So I find stuff like that very beneficial, but it's not like I was using that sauna to attempt to cut more weight. I was specifically doing it so I would be able to control my breathing in very uncomfortable situations over a long period of time. And it actually did. It paid off a bit. But, you know, with that said, like, I can't only do that and then not do the rest of my training. I'm not going to have any endurance because I'm doing a skill-specific activity without the skill, you know? So if you have to do all these things in conjunction with each other. And that's usually where people get into a lot of these arguments. They want to take a little piece of the pie out and then start talking about how that's the main driver of everything. It's like when people talk about time under tension being superior above all. It's like, well, yeah, you could do really slow reps, and in some regards it's objectively better. But at the same time, if you're not equating for like volume or, you know, like weight used for the resistance, like the time under tension does not matter. So you're looking at like one little piece of it, but like if I do reps that are so slow, I can only get a set of 4, whereas if I did normal reps, I could probably get a set of 12. Well, I'd say at that point the time under tension is a bit counterproductive. But it's usually like all methodology for training, it's it's a little bit like psychology. Like if you ever take a psychology class, they always tell you the answer is usually a little bit of everything. Meaning like there's no one extreme conclusion as to what caused something. It's all the tiny little inner workings, and it can be things from both sides of the spectrum that lead to a certain result. So it's the same thing with working out and lifting weights. You have to repeatedly do a lot of tiny things over a long period of time to have a very good end result with your body. You can like still maybe focus on one aspect of the formula more than the others, but you need to focus on the others to get any results in the first place. And I think this is shown really well when you look at the variety of people that are at a top level, not even just in bodybuilding, but any kind of strength endeavor, strength sport I should say. There's a multitude of different training methodology people use to be in the exact same position. And things have definitely evolved over time where things are a bit more down to a science now, but still there's a lot up in the air to where people are coming up with their own creative solutions to try and find the magic key to push their performance to the next level. And that's where you have a lot of these really popular fitness pages, because if they give you an extreme answer to a problem many people have, there's a lot of individuals that, they might not have any basis of knowledge in working out or anything like that, and now they're basing a lot of assumptions off of someone with an extreme approach, and they like that because extreme makes more sense. It's like, oh, so you're telling me if I just do this one thing to an extremely high nauseating degree, I will get rapidly better? It's a no-brainer for them, but things tend to not work that way. And you could definitely, like, if you're newer, you could definitely get results from, if you're newer, you could definitely get results from doing an extreme approach, but it's going to stagnate, I would say, a lot, like fairly quicker than you'd like it to. And you're going to be a bit confused because you didn't develop like well-rounded components of fitness training or dieting. So now when it's time to pivot to something else, you've only acclimated yourself to like one extreme approach. It's just like, it's not a good long-term formula, but in some aspects, it could work. Like, I would say more so for like lifestyle reasons, which people don't want to hear because your lifestyle is all about like the presumption of health. But if someone just wants to lose like 20 pounds or 15 pounds for a wedding, well, go do a crash diet. Go do some like extreme low deficit for a month, and it'll happen. You're going to suffer a little bit. You're not going to keep the weight off. I would most certainly put money that you will put the weight back on and maybe more, but you will get down to the goal in any like short window of time. So if you just want to look good for the wedding day, well, yeah, you could crash diet. People don't want to promote that. I understand why, but you can't dismiss this stuff in like every situation. I'm not a fan. I don't like crash dieting, but it works. It works in the very short term. So if they only give a shit about looking good for one day, why not do that for them? I guess like, yeah, they're putting in extreme amounts of effort for a short bout of time. So if you're doing like a really low deficit, that does take a lot of restraint to starve yourself while being surrounded by food and not succumb to your hunger. So there's that, and then having to work out and stuff on no energy. the effort output is going to end up being a lot higher. The toll it's going to take on your body is going to be a lot higher. But you have to put in effort for a shorter amount of time. If it only takes them a month to do something crazy and lose 15 pounds that way, well, I mean, go for it then. I mean, you know you're not going to keep it off, but go for it. It's not a lot of weight to lose. It's a very achievable goal. And if you could put in an extreme amount of effort for like a month worth of time, you're going to get all the results you want out of it. Whereas if you were like, oh, I'm going to do this healthy plan, I'm going to start working out very consistently, and I'm going to do this over a long period of time. I'm going to be a bodybuilder. Like, dude, the total amount of effort you're going to end up putting in, it's going to be way more than the guy who only had to do some extreme shit for a month. But it does, when you do switch your body to being more regimented, long-term focused, you're going to find that you acclimate a lot better over time, because you're just kind of conditioning your body to be okay with what you're doing, but you're doing it slowly enough that your body's not like, holy shit, what the fuck, man. But now, like, your body's fine. So it's really up to whoever wants to achieve the thing, right? Who am I to say you shouldn't crash diet? I could tell you it's not good. I could tell you I don't like it, but I'm not going to tell you you can't do it. I mean, shit, I've done it before just to see if I could, and I did, and it never produced lasting results. It makes it way too hard to stay on track coming out of one of those than to just do things a lot more safely and less ignorant. Anyway, guys, I'm going to see you on the next one. Thanks for listening to my ramblings, and hope you have a good rest of your day.